Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Boishakhi News. This is Sabbir from the newsroom. First, the headlines. Brazil defeated Spain 3-0 to win their third consecutive Confederations Cup. BNP will not move an inch from its demand for holding next general election under caretaker government, says Begum Zia. Education will be made free for all if Awami League voted to power, says Prime Minister. European Union will continue its GSP facilities for Bangladesh, says EU statement. And budget for the fiscal 2013-14 passed amid opposition's walkout. Now into the details. First, sports, and Brazil defeated Spain by 3-0 to win their third consecutive Confederations Cup on Sunday, boosting its confidence as it prepared to host next year's World Cup. Fred put Brazil ahead in the second minute. Neymar doubled the lead in the 44th with his fourth goal of the tournament, and Fred added his fifth in the 47th. Brazil's victory at Maracanã Stadium ends the world's second 29-match unbeaten run in competitive matches for Spain. On the other hand, Gianluigi Buffon saved 3 penalties as an under-threatened Italy edged Uruguay 3-2 in a penalty shootout to secure third place at the Confederations Cup following a 2-2 draw after extra time.
Gargano and Buffon, redemption of sorts. Dame Fortaleza.
BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia called upon the leaders and workers of BNP-led 18-party alliance to prepare for next general election and simultaneously carry on movement. Begum Zia categorically said her party will not tread even an inch from the demand for holding the next general election under a non-party caretaker government. Begum Zia said this while exchanging greetings with newly elected Boishakhi City Corporation Mayor Ahsan Habib Kamal and councillors at an Gulshan office yesterday. She thanked Boishakhi city dwellers for what she said taking the right decision by electing opposition-backed mayoral runner Kamal. The opposition leaders also alleged the ruling Awami League has been hatching a conspiracy centering on the upcoming Ghazipur City Corporation election. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina yesterday said the education in the country will be made fully free for all in the future if voted to power. The Prime Minister said this while handing over stipend money at her office to the female students of degree and equivalent level from the newly constituted Prime Minister Education Trust Fund. Sheikh Hasina said the main goal of her government is to build an educated nation, as without education, the desired development is not possible. Sheikh Hasina said she hopes that the Prime Minister Education Trust Fund will grow bigger with the joint collaboration of government and private initiatives in the future. European Union EU will continue its GSP facility for Bangladesh. The EU on Sunday said a decision to withdraw the EU GSP for Bangladesh must be avoided as it would have far-reaching consequences for its jobs and economy. The disclosure came at a statement of the EU representative yesterday. The statement also said the EU wishes to remain engaged with Bangladesh so that it can pressurize the professional access to the EU market, which has greatly helped socio-economic development over the years. The ILO will monitor progress in the joint efforts by stakeholders in improving the labor conditions in Bangladesh this year and throughout 2014, and the EU will follow this process closely. Besides, the EU Trade Commissioner Jay Kurch will host a meeting in Geneva on July 8, which will be attended by the high-level repression from the government of Bangladesh, the ILO, and the US government. US Ambassador to Bangladesh Dan W. Mozena on Sunday said the generalized system of preferences GSP facility for Bangladesh exports has not been cancelled at all. Rather, it all been suspended. The US envoy said the suspension of the GSP facility will play an effective role in stopping industrial disasters such as the Rana Plaza one. Bangladesh needs to improve the industrial working environment and the living standards of the workers to get back the facility, he added.
To be the next Asian tiger. Bangladesh's GSP, Generalized System of Preferences, was suspended, not canceled. You spoke perfectly and correctly. I want to underscore that point. It has been suspended. It will be reviewed.
Parliament on Sunday passed the Taka 2,22,491 crore national budget fiscal for the fiscal 2013-14 with the adoption of the Appropriations Bill 2013 among walkout of the opposition MPs. This was the first time in the 9th Parliament the opposition MPs were present in the budget session and took part in the discussion on the cut motion proposals on various demands. Finance Minister M. Mohit moved the appropriations bill seeking budgetary allocations of Taka 3 crore 44,549, which was passed by voice votes. The BNP-led opposition staged a walkout as Speaker Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary, who was presiding over the session, refused the demands to hold a discussion on all of their cut motion. Later, the budget was passed by voice vote in the session. Campaign in Gazipur City Corporation election has got full momentum as mayoral candidates of both ruling and opposition parties continue to woo the voters. Awami League-backed mayoral candidate Azmatullah Khan also announced his electoral pledges yesterday. Solving waterlogging and repairing roads in the area are the main priority of his electoral pledges. On the other hand, BNP-backed mayoral candidate M.A. Mannan demands deployment of army for a smooth holding of upcoming Gazipur city polls. He alleged the ruling Awami is trying to influence the election by evil means. Mita Noor, a popular TV actress and model, has committed suicide at her Gulshan residence in the city. She committed suicide by hanging herself in the small hours of the morning. Police recovered the dead body. The actual cause behind the death has not been revealed yet. Now, news from abroad. Huge protests across Egypt calling for the resignation of President Mohamed Morsi have continued through the night with sporadic outbreaks of violence. In the capital, Cairo, tens of thousands of people have been massed in Tahrir Square and outside the presidential palace. They have vowed to stay on until Mr. Morsi steps down. At least one person was killed in clashes at Cairo's headquarters of the governing Muslim Brotherhood movement. 4 others died in clashes elsewhere.
It was the days on end imposing the Islamist policies of the Muslim Brotherhood.
At least 45 people have been killed and dozens have been injured by bomb attacks in the Pakistani cities of Quetta and Peshawar. A suspected suicide bomber killed 28 people in an attack on a Shia area of Quetta. In the southwest, which has been gripped by sectarian violence, and a bomb attack on security forces in Peshawar in the northwest left 17 people dead and more than 40 injured. The attacks came as Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif pledged new action on terrorism. So far, it is not clear which extremism groups were behind Sunday's attacks.
Well, I think it's interesting that
More on sports, and West Indies beat India by 1 wicket in a thrilling encounter at the Kelcon Mobile T20 series. Chasing a target of 230, West Indies chased down the score in 47.4 overs, with Johnson Charles scoring 97. Darren Bravo also steadied the innings at 55 runs. Earlier, Team India made 229 for 7 wickets, with opener Rohit Sharma hitting 60 runs.
Oh, he's pulverized that one.
Yet.
That's all for now. Before ending the headlines once again. Brazil defeated Spain 3-0 to win the 3rd consecutive Confederations Cup. BNP will not move an inch from its demand for holding next general election under caretaker government, says Begum Zia. Education will be made free for all if Awami League voted to power, says Prime Minister. European Union will continue its GSP facilities for Bangladesh, says EU statement. And budget for the fiscal 2013-14 passed amid opposition's walkout. Our next bulletin will be at 10 a.m. in Bangla. Thank you for staying with us.